Hey everyone, Laura here. I hope you are having a beautiful Monday. It is quite reminiscent of a traditional fall, which is not very characteristic of Colorado. We usually go from super hot to super cold and snowy, but we actually have a legitimate fall, which I personally am loving. But aside from the discussion on weather, I am actually here to talk about this week's energy, this week's reading. So, first and foremost, everybody throw their hands up and celebrate. Mercury and Jupiter are finally out of their retrograde starting today. Now, there is still the post retrograde shadow that we have to contend with, but by and large, most of us will begin to feel an almost immediate, very perceptible shift in energy, a freeing of energy where it feels like things are just moving at a smoother cadence than they have been over the last 5 months, and definitely over the last month with Mercury retrograde. Now, this week's reading is all about placing an emphasis on long-term return of investment. So that long-term sort of ROI, getting very much in the mindset of big picture thinking, not just what is going to provide us with a sense of immediate gratification or instant gratification, but what is really going to impart an element of stability and security and benefit in other ways across the entire board and across, now, tomorrow, and several days, weeks, and months, even years to come. That is the energy of this 10 of Pentacles. Now, the 10 of Pentacles is all about the laying of a foundation that is strong and is secure, that is supportive, and not just supportive for ourselves and those immediately in our orbit, but that has the potential to really have further reaching implications, supportive, future generations of our family, future generations of those that we care about. So it's all about that sense of having that bigger picture awareness, thinking beyond the end of our nose. Not really something all of us are very good at. I know myself included. I include myself in that, but it is about making sure that we are assessing everything that we are doing from a place of really asking ourselves, is this going to support and really nurture my dreams, the life I want to live, not just today, but tomorrow and onward? The reason we want to really hone into this is because the Empress is really guiding us and imparting her energy on this experience as well. And so this is a very generative, very fertile energy that allows us to plant those seeds of what it is that we want to create. But it's not just planting and throwing something in the ground and anticipating or expecting there to be something to show for it right off the bat. This is a journey. In many cases, it's a marathon, and it's about what we are doing in this very consistent and very deliberate way that is, again, speaking to that long-term ROI. We want to imbue what it is that we are putting together with this Three of Pentacles energy, which is our pulling together the tools and the resources that we already have. How can we begin to really draw from those aspects that we can begin putting towards whatever we're trying to actualize this week and whatever we're trying to build, knowing again that it's what we're working on this week, but chances are it's going to be something we're working on and continuing long into the future. It is really about our kind of, shutting the volume down on that sneaky bastard of self-doubt, and instead really owning the power that we have, all the while having this really radical self-honesty when we do get to a point where we find ourselves stuck, where we feel we lack a certain level of expertise, a certain tool, resource, wisdom, etc., that we can then turn to those outside resources, those external resources that many of us tend to overlook. We tend to either overlook them or outright deny, which are those people in our lives that we can potentially learn from, that we could bring into the fold. And when we do that, when we expand and we invite those people who have the tools, wisdom, or experience that we need, we only enhance and benefit whatever it is we're putting together. So if you are thinking of switching your career, if you're going for a promotion, if you're, noodling a new investment strategy, if you are contemplating a relocation, perhaps, you're moving homes, whatever it may be, chances are it's going to be a big ticket item of your life, a big ticket decision. You don't have to necessarily go at it alone. You don't have to do it all, figure it all out all on your own. It's great if you can and you have those tools. You certainly, with this Three of Pentacles Empress and 10 of Pentacles energy, have the capacity to see some major headway on any choices and decisions that you make this week. But if you happen to find yourself feeling as though there's something missing, or you may need some greater clarity, or whatever it may be, don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for another opinion or to get somebody else's take, because ultimately, whatever you're doing, whatever choice you're making, it's going to be greatly benefited by your doing so. So if you would like to go deeper into the energy of this week, including horoscopes, those key astrological days for this week and what they hold, I encourage you to go and check out and join the collective. There you will find weekly, monthly readings. We also do group one-on-one readings, energy work, new and full moon rituals. It's a pretty badass place and a perfect container for those that are really looking to work within and attune to the rhythms of this very multidimensional quantum space. So I hope you have a wonderful week. I'm sending you all my love. I'll talk soon.